Welcome everyone to the Town of Greater Napanee Committee of Adjustment for the 8th day of April 2025. Just before we get started, I'm going to remind everyone that this evening's Committee of Adjustment is going to be on our stream via our YouTube channel, and it'll be there for the folks to watch. If you're not watching at home right now, you better watch it anytime after today. So having said that, we'll call the meeting to order. We'll look for the adoption of the agenda as presented. Moved by Councillor Shank, seconded by Councillor Pennell. If there's no further comments, questions, or concerns, all in favor of that motion? Opposed? Motion's carried. Is there any disclosure of pecuniary interest and the general nature thereof? Seeing none. Look for a motion for the adoption of the minutes as presented. Moved by Councillor Hicks, seconded by Deputy Mayor Calver. If there's no further comments, questions, or concerns, all in favor of that motion? Opposed? Motion's carried. First matter up is a land severance application, PLCON 2025-009, applicant Red Tree Developments, owner Duane Hunt, David Atkinson, Edwin Mclaughlin, Ewart Mclaughlin. The property is 166 Richmond Boulevard, legal description, part 1 on plan 29R 11472, former geographic Town of Greater Napanee. And as always, is there anyone here speaking for or against this application? I don't believe so. Michael, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Worship. The application before the committee this evening is to sever an existing building that was recently constructed that will house a meat processing and associated retail sales facility. So the proposal is to create a 0.27 hectare parcel with suitable frontage and depth with access from Richmond Boulevard. The survey for the property has already been completed and is included in the agenda for the committee's consideration this evening. The proposal complies with official plan policy and is compliant with the zoning bylaw. The balance of the property is intended to be retained by the current ownership group, and the existing building to be severed on its own separate conveyable lot is intended to be sold to the operator of such facility. So I would be open to answering any questions that the committee might have, and staff's recommendation is for approval.
Thank you, Mr. Nobes. Is there any questions or comments for Mike with respect to his presentation or the report that's in front of us this evening? Seeing none, we do have a staff recommendation the committee received for information the technical report regarding application PLCOR 2025-009, and further that the application to sever a 2,700 square meter lot from a 5.5 hectare industrial property be granted, subject to the following conditions: that the taxes be paid in full, the applicant shall provide the county with a digital PDF copy of the registered reference plan for the severed parcel, a deed and reference plan of survey in hard copy and digital PDF form, or legal description acceptable to the registrar of deeds be submitted to the Town of Greater Napanee. Moved by Deputy Mayor Calver, seconded by Councillor Norrie. If there's no further comments, questions, or concerns, all in favor of that motion? Opposed? Motion is carried. Next matter up is a minor variance application. Minor variance application PLVAR 2024-043. Applicant is 1966780 Ontario Inc. And the owner is the same. Property is 37, 49, and 53 Dairy Avenue. Legal description: Concession 2, Part Lot 22 and Plan 29R 8547, Part 1, former geographic Town of Greater Napanee. And once again, I don't believe there's anyone to speak for or against the application. Oh, sorry, we do have some. Come on up, sir. And I think we've met before, but if you could just provide your name for the clerk. Great. Thank you, sir. If we have any questions, we'll most definitely bring you up to the front table. Michael, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Worship. The variance application before the committee this evening is related to a proposed self-service storage facility at the properties identified as 37, 49, and 53 Dairy Avenue. The property owner has amalgamated these properties into one and ultimately is planning to develop them all in one contiguous development consisting of 5 separate self-service storage buildings of varying sizes. The configuration of the parcel is odd. There are some strange lot lines at the rear based on historical property ownership. And the road allowance on Dairy Avenue is also has a storied past with road widenings taken predominantly on the north side due to the proximity of the rail line to the south and the intent of the municipality over time to keep the lots on the south side of Dairy Avenue bound by the CN rail line further to the south of a reasonable depth to accommodate future development. So through this application, staff are reviewing a site plan control application for the self-service storage facility. Through that process, we've requested that road widening be conveyed to the town to allow for widening of Dairy Avenue in the future. No plans in the immediate future, but at some point in the future, the municipality will likely want to widen Dairy Avenue and improve it. So it does place quite a bit of undue hardship on the properties on the north side of Dairy Avenue, given those constraints to the south. So the request in staff's opinion is reasonable to see the orderly development of these lands for the facility that's being proposed. So ultimately what the request is for is to reduce the center line setback from Dairy Avenue from 25 meters to 20 cumulatively. So that means routinely we have from local roads a minimum 10-meter setback from center of road to the limit of the road allowance, plus the front yard setback. So we're also looking to reduce the front yard setback from 15 meters to 10 meters and the rear yard setback from 15 to 10. So by taking that, I'll say larger road widening on the north side, it's just effectively pushing things a little further north away from Dairy Avenue and towards the rear lot line. And given the irregular configuration of the lot on the north side at the rear, it's resulting in some challenges to meet that 15-meter setback, given that road widening requirement, and trying to get these buildings as far away from the road as possible. So through the review, staff are supportive of the application. We foresee the development ultimately functioning well, and we would have the town would have the ability in the future to upgrade Dairy Avenue when chosen. So staff's recommendation for the committee this evening is for approval of the 3 variances requested.
Thanks, Michael. Is there any questions or comments from Michael with respect? Go ahead, Councillor Shank.
I just move staff recommendation. My only comment would be is that, man, I know, Mike, you're doing your job, and of course we need that road widening for future growth in the municipality, but you take 8 meters at the front of the road, and of course it's going to impact to have a minor variance. Of course we're going to have to give him a minor variance if you take the 8 meters off the front. So thank you for dealing with that too. But yeah, I approve it.
Thanks, Councillor Shank. Is there any other questions or comments? Go ahead, Deputy Mayor Calvert.
Thank you, through your worship. So you don't see anything in the future, like the next 25 to 30 years, where we may require a road closer? Because if they put another rail line through, is that going to cause us to have to move the road? Is that going to cause an issue down the road?
Through your worship, I wouldn't foresee that being a challenge. Newer self-service storage facility on the south side of Dairy Avenue was recently constructed, and CN was circulated on that application as well, and they didn't raise that as a point of concern. So it seems that they have their long-term plan is that can be accommodated within their road allowance or within their right-of-way today. And if they need additional lands, they feel that placement of existing buildings on the south side of Dairy Avenue must be of sufficient setback that they won't interfere ultimately. So no, I don't anticipate seeing a need to relocate Dairy Avenue itself.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I'll second.
Great. Thank you, Deputy Mayor Calvert. Is there anything else? Seeing none, we do have a motion moved by Councillor Shank, seconded by Deputy Mayor Calvert, that the committee receive for information the technical report minor variance application PLVAR 2024-043 and further the application requesting variances from the Town of Greater Napanee zoning bylaws 0222 be approved as follows. Section 4.34A II to reduce the setback from the center line of the road from 25 meters to 20 meters. Section 5.27.2 CI to reduce the front yard setback from 15 meters to 10 meters. And Section 5.27 CIV to reduce the rear yard setback from 15 meters to 10 meters. If there's nothing further, all in favor of the motion that's on the floor, opposed, motion's carried, and look for a motion to adjourn the Committee of Adjustment. Moved by Deputy Mayor Calver, seconded by Councillor Martin. If there's no further comments, questions, and concerns, all in favor of that motion, opposed, motion's carried. Thanks, folks, and we'll see you in about 15 minutes for the regular session of council.